every usage. Probably I'm saying like 18 hours. That's on average. That's my very first glass bed, and I've been maintaining like this glorious XXL for the past like 6 years or something. I never like really changed until I get this beauty, which is like incredible. Like I'll just begin by saying, like, first of all, Horizon is just one of a kind. It's just genius. To think about right here, the borders, to cover them all with the weave to ensure that it just doesn't tatter out. That's just incredibly good, because cloth pads, I feel that that's where they just don't succeed. Got like so many like ways to stitch the edges, like such as non-stitched edges. You got the stitches edges, and then you got the edges locked, which are just like the most commonly used. One thing with this thing too is that Horizon doesn't get humid on hot days. Like that's one thing with cloth pads that I really disliked, and I've been dealing with that shit for a long time. That's one thing I kind of like with Horizon. I noticed that it doesn't really do that. I don't know if it's because of how thin the weave is on the glass or whatever they use. I don't care. It's amazing. And what else? I also forgot. Yeah, it's the thing. The mouse skates. They don't really like dig into the fabric. Like no matter even how hard you press with the mouse, like just even most cloth pads, it almost feels like a cushion when you're playing with them. Some people, such as me, could see that as a huge con. Mostly if you're playing FPS competitive games, it's like really bad. The pad is not really noisy when you're playing with it, like except for the example you would say the skin friction, which is just really common with pads, but not really any noise or anything with the skates and the mouse at all. I feel like the fabric just like gives you this really good balance in between speed and control, which is typically myself. It's what I'm looking for. Just bro, like look at that for a glass pen. I can't really lift it up now. I don't want to do that, but it is really thick. About the design too as well. Like it's sleek. It looks elegant for setups. Like just look at that. It's 4 exposed corners of glass, or just fucking FUEGO for real. Like it's crazy. I like it. I mean, it's a really nice pad. It's not small. It just offers just enough room without compromising desk space. And it doesn't require you any glass skates for your mouse. Like if you want to have an ultimate experience, this is really good because it's really beginner friendly. If you're from a cloth pad and you want to go like straight onto a glass pad without having to like fucking scratch your head like figuring out if you need glass skates or not, I think this is really good. I think it's really good. I would like to get also mostly into like the cons of what I noticed with the Horizon. I feel like Horizon for me is slippy. Like it's really slippery. Like, I'll say maybe some work would need to be done on a silicone base to keep it in place. That's one thing. The second con is probably that it's really quite hard to get your hand on a Horizon just because of the price and availability. Product is also only available in only one dimension. I'd say to draw a little bit more attention to customers, it'd be great to offer a larger size. Like, I'm a 400 DPI player. Not that I dislike the size of the pad. Like I said earlier, I think like your dimensions are really good, but it's just like how it could be just slightly a little bit larger for maybe, you know, some people would like to have it a little bit bigger. I noticed that there's not really any instructions like to keep the fabric clean, like the weave, if you want to call it, if it ever gets dirty or whatever. Other con, the 4 corners that are exposed could chip if something falls on one of them, or like example, you just move it around and then it just like chips onto something.